believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see you down through ice covered. Cause I'm the ones who live in my cars and watch me weep. I love everything.
here. Hey, if you're looking at the stream, well, obviously, if you are looking at the stream right now, you can hear me. Just let me know in the comment section that you can. Mic test 1 2, microphone test 1 2. Can you guys hear me?
Clear.
Clear.
Copy. And just a microphone check for you there in the YouTube chat. Let me guys know if you can hear me clearly here. Ooh, that car just disappeared. As we complete,
We're getting a big echo and feedback, Stefan. I don't know why.
Shucks. All right, let me see if I can get that fixed.
Microphone check.
Loud and clear.
Is that feedback coming from my microphone or from the stream?
It's from the stream, I think.
Is it when you speak or when I speak?
Everybody speak.
Including me, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mic check. Okay, good.
45 minutes.
Mic test 1 2. How is this? Is this better?
Therefore, I think you might have two inputs or outputs.
Yeah, is
audio.
this better? Check this and see if it's better.
Same thing.
All right.
Powering off. Powering on. Mic on. Three.
If you guys see me exit, it's because the kids arrived.
Two.
Yo, is John here?
Is this better?
Yeah, it seems better now, Stefan.
Great, thanks. All right, guys, that's the end of free practice there. And we're about to head into qualifying now. And we're going to set ourselves up in this nice position here with the drone camera. Just going to ask one more time because I don't see you guys responding there in the live chat. Can you guys hear me in the live chat for the stream? Just to confirm, you guys can hear me on the stream.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
Perfect, thanks. All right, so we're ready here now. We're setting up qualifying, and we're right at the exit of pit lane, heading into turn number 1 here, and that's it. Qualifying. Ooh, what's going on with the camera? All right, this is your official qualifying session. Your official qualifying session is on the way. All right, now I can see the comments coming through there in the YouTube chat. Thanks a lot, guys, and welcome. As the first person out is Javon Edie to exit pit lane here, followed by Dominic Charles, Martin Webster, Michael Paisley, Javon Parry. We got Kurt Moss, Mikkel Charles, Zafiro Ramirez, finally being able to join us here. The Cuban from the Cuban that usually races with us here at CSR has finally been able to come back out and enter into a race with us. Then we've got Machine Wallace followed by Jaden Harrison, Donmar Scott, Sean Lee to exit pit lane there. And as the guys make their way around Long Beach Street Circuit here in California, ladies and gentlemen, it's the beginning of the third round for our Caribbean Single Make Championship here, set in June of 2022. We might have one more Single Make Championship before the year is out. That is why it is named that way. But as we wait now for the guys to go around, Javon Eady puts in a 139.3. That's nothing to talk about just yet. Dominic Charles here as well with a time on the board of a 144.796, followed by Martin Webster 149.8. There you can see it at the top left hand corner of your screen. And we're just gonna wait until these guys actually get into a good rhythm here to get qualifying on the way. Donmar Scott there, still in the pits is Caleb Vaden Roper, Matthew Titus, and Tavar Clark. Matthew Titus, one of the new guys here at CSRO and in this championship. It's not too late to join the championship, but we literally have no more spots left here. Let's see if we can pick up on one of these guys as they make their way around the lap here. We'll switch to Javon Eady as Dominic Charles just goes fastest there. And follow Javon Eady on his lap as he makes his way around the famous water fountain there. Into turn 4 he goes now. You can see how tight this circuit is, ladies and gentlemen. If you have no idea about this circuit, you got sports cars that does be on this circuit, as well as prototype cars racing there in the IMSA series. So if you're thinking that these cars do not suit this track, oh, trust me, you have not been more wrong from the truth. Some good shots here for the race. It's Kurt Moss now with the fastest time of a 121.1, but you can see Javon Eady here bettering his sector times of 1 and 2. Let's see if he comes across the line here and comes out of that 11th position. He goes down the hill now into start finish line. It's not faster here than that 11th position he's had. And Michael Paisley now sits in second position. If you follow us here and our newsletters and our new news blog, you'll know that Michael Paisley, who's actually been doing pretty well here at CSRO and on a controller at that, is actually the grandson of very well-known motor racing stalwart in Hilary Jardine. I myself did not know this until Michael did sat down with us for our latest edition and newest edition actually of Competitors in Focus. He being the second person that has actually been able to give us an interview. First person being Dominic Charles to give us an interview. He's actually going better here. Michael Paisley in the first sector. He's up 2/10 on his previous time. Fastest time through there. Right, so as I was saying, so Michael Paisley is coming from a very grand history of motor racing here, and he's now on the sim racing scene. He's also motor racer as well, as he's He's racing go-karts at the moment. And Dominic goes even faster there now, puts 6/10 between himself and Kurt Moss. But Michael messing up here on his second and possibly third sector here. He's not going to get to go fast on this lap. But where is Kurt Moss now? We can see him going slowly out here on a Shoreline Drive. And now he's back in pit lane. I'm wondering where Michael Charles here, the third place finisher for our last round there at Sydney Motorsport Park. And he's currently sitting in 4th position now. Let's see what time he'll put down here. Oh, I think he's on an outlap, Mikel, so he's not going to have any time here just yet. As Michael Paisley is showing yellow flag again, and he takes that car back into pit lane. He might have enough here to put up against Kurt Moss or even decrease that deficit. Mikel, I was just about to say, is grazing the wall there. But instead, he tags it, and now we can head on over to Sean Lee, sitting in 5th position. Our driver of the day there, out at Sydney Motorsport Park the last time out. And we see him now sitting in 5th position, currently on an outlap, so no time just yet from him. And he's going slowly down Seaside Way now. Probably getting himself and those tires warm here for a lap around Long Beach, California street circuit. Let's take a ride on board with him. Messed that one up there. It's not going to be quite fast here from Sean Lee, or is it? We'll stick with him though. I've been doing some testing myself last night on this track, and first and foremost, you have to be very patient here and wait until that tire hooks up and gives you the grip needed. Down Seaside Way now into the Firestone turn. He's down an entire second here through the first sector, but he's up through the second sector, and this very short third sector is about to give him his current lap time, as he's currently sitting in 5th position. Will he improve? He does on his previous fast time, but it's not enough to get him ahead of the 5th position that he's currently in. We look back now at Mission Wallace. I think he's on a fast lap, but he's going quite slowly here, Mission. And maybe he'll just cancel that lap. Meanwhile, Kurt Moss has decreased that deficit there to Dominic Charles, and he's going faster now in the second sector. He comes across the line, and he does not improve once again. Taking a look at Jaden Harrison now. He's got 17 100ths of a second here separating himself and Mission Wallace, but he cannot improve there on that previous lap. As we can see, Michael Paisley leaving pit lane there now. Someone runs it on. Not sure who that was there. Well, let's see what Jaden Harrison does here. And can he climb over Mission Wallace here as Donmar Scott puts in a flyer there with a 122.274. He now sits in 5th position and has relegated Sean Lee into that 6th. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison here is up on his personal best through Sector 1. And going down Seaside Way, he now sits in 8th position. Into Firestone Turn. Looks very, very good here. And quick, Jaden Harrison. That 2nd sector looks pretty promising too. Maybe this is where he gets by Mission Wallace as Cale Vadenroper puts in a fast one there to enter 5th position with a 122.222s. Jaden Harrison now across the line. It's only good for 1 position into that 8th. Where is Kurt Moss? He makes his way around turn 5 now and into West Shoreline Drive. Let's see what his first sector time will be here, Kurt Moss. Oh, he's up. And it seems as though he's the fastest there through Sector 1. And he makes his way down Seaside Way now into Firestone Turn. And soon you'll get the 2nd sector graphic on your screen. And he's still ahead of himself here, but now he's got some traffic in front of him. His countryman Tavar Clark there, and he's going to want to take opportunity of the slipstream effect. Can he improve the time here now against Cale Vadenrope? Oh, it's just down by a 10th there for Kurt Moss. Sorry, I did say Cale Vadenrope, but it's against Dominic Charles. And oh man, I wonder if Kurt Moss feels that's all he's got to give here. Looking back at Michael Paisley, he's not doing so well on this lap. And he's about to come across the line here. At least can he decrease that time? To Kurt Moss, and no, he cannot. So we're going to stick here with Michael. Mikel, unfortunately, has not got it hooked up here for this track. And we're going to stay with Michael to see what his first sector time will be. So Michael Paisley is up through Sector 1 there. What about Sector 2? Qualifying has under a minute left here. And I'm not sure if he'll get an opportunity at one more lap. Cale Vadenroper does set himself back in front of Sean Lee as Sean Lee briefly took that over. Michael Paisley not fast enough here in 2nd sector. Donmar Scott goes 5th fastest now ahead of Cale. Michael Paisley comes across the line, cannot improve on that 3rd place there. And where is Michael Charles? Michael had to do evasive action there against Javon Parry. Parry here now being able to join us since we started this championship. Michael goes into Firestone Turn now. It says he's on an outlap. He's only got 8 seconds left. Not sure he's going to make it there. Michael Charles. Comes down East Shoreline Drive and sees the checkered flag. So he's not going to get another lap in. Who is? It's Michael Paisley though. And he's up through Sector 1 once more. But what can he do in Sector 2 here? Is Kurt Moss in danger? I don't think so. But we're still going to stick here as he's not been given the checkered flag just yet, Michael Paisley. John Green, I can see now entering the server. I think he's having issues here, John Green. As he's getting a kick from the server. I'm not sure why. Michael comes across the line and seems as though he's losing like a lot of time there. He does go fast. He brings that 8/10 down to 4. Sorry, that's 8/10 down to 7/10 there. And that's it for him. Where's Kale Vanderhoop? He's coming across the line. He's been actually given the checkered flag there now, so he's not been able to improve. But Zafiro comes across the line now, and he himself cannot improve, and that's it. Everyone has been given the checkered flag. The Cuban here finally been able to get into a championship after a very long time of working hard there at the local go-kart track in Guyana. The Cuban here finally been able to get back into a race with us, but it's none other than the Dominic Charles here. The Trinidadian leads with a 1:23.63, and Kurt Moss has just been able to manage a 1:26.27 here, some 2/10 away from Dominic Charles. And then we just saw Michael Paisley there with the 1:21.121, the fastest time he's been able to muster up. That sets him some 7/10 away. And they're gonna make their way back into pit lane here now. Very, very tough entry there for pit lane, you can see. Alright guys, well done on that qualifying session. Please be prepared. Remember, this is a rolling start, so you are to let Ridwan Aziz through. You are to let Ridwan Aziz through.
How much gas are they using?
That's your strategy.
Okay.
You're gonna get answer, bro. Alright.
All I'm saying is,
90
if
liters,
you
bro.
take more than 40 liters, you'll survive a stint.
Okay.
90 is good for the Chris.
Any special track limits were given in the driver's blueprint? I missed it.
Yeah, so don't cross the red line more than a width of your tire on the front straightaway, the end of the front straightaway. And if you're exiting pit lane, you can do so only when you see the double yellow lines coming away from the barriers. That is the exit of pit lane.
Okay, great.
And of course, the cutting of the track there, I think it's turn 5. You cannot cut between the end of the last cone and the end of the concrete barrier.
Alright, thanks.
Alright, as we get ready now for the 45-minute race of a mandatory pit stop. So remember, this is a mandatory pit stop for the new guys, a mandatory pit stop. And you are not allowed to go racing here when we get underway. You're not allowed to go racing here when we get underway. You are to allow Ridwan Aziz, their pace car for today, to get on by, and then you follow him. So when you see the lights go out, do not go. Mandatory pit stop, and you must change your tire. Alright, we got somewhat of a full grid here today. As you can see, John Green unable to join us there. And we were missing a few other guys from last weekend as well. But it's set to be a great one here. I think John is finally being able to get in. I don't see him being kicked so far. Alright, John, so are you in pit lane or are you on the grid? Can't see right now.
John is behind me.
Alright, so you're going to let him by and he's going to start at the back of the pack. Well, you know what I mean. Alright guys, just remember who you're next to. Just remember who you're next to for the double lane run down to turn 1. And please remember, the race is not won in that turn. Can you guys see the countdown to the race?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because it's not showing up for me.
No, I don't. I can't see it.
Alright, never mind. The lights are coming on now. Remember, do not go when they go off. Alright, come on. Wait. Come on by, red one. Kurt, you're a little hesitant to buy. Alright, as we wait for Red One Aziz now to come on by. Alright, give me 50 on the clock there, Red One. 50 on the clock. Alright, we're just about ready here. They're going now for the rolling start. They got one lap around here behind the pace car, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, the race didn't start yet. Can we give each other some space, please?
I think Kurt is definitely feeling the pressure already here. And man, oh man, do these cars look beautiful or what? You see them trying to get some heat into these tires here to be good for the race start, ladies and gentlemen. Ridwan Aziz has been given the Honda NSX this time out to lead them on by with. And I could just imagine here the nerves that some of the guys have as they make their way around the lap here now. At the end of this straightaway, you're allowed to pull away, Red One. You're allowed to pull away. Dominic Charles, you will give me 50 on the clock and await my orders.
Stefan, I can't hear you.
Pull away, Red One. Pull away. Dominic, you're now under the starter's orders. Green light, you have race go. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though it's a clean start so far, but I might be talking too soon. Dominic Charles is being very much attacked here into turn one now from Kurt Moss. As they go on the break and into turn one, Dominic does lead, ladies and gentlemen. Do they get through easily here? Look at them coming up. Sean Lee on the inside there. He's going to be now back on the left side. Oh, it's a look at it. Some guys here, it's a traffic jam. Oh my. flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. All course yellow, all course yellow. Bring that down to 50 kilometers per hour. Dominic Charles, 50 kilometers per hour. Single file, single file. No overtaking, no overtaking. And that was pretty much expected, I must tell you. Say again.
Can I relinquish a position if I feel I got it unfairly?
Yes, of course.
I can barely hear when you talk though.
You have to try turning on the car stairs, Zafiro. Sean, go ahead. Sean, go ahead. Sean, go ahead. Come on, guys. Keep it good. Keep it good. Single file. Single file. No overtaking. No overtaking. And I can hear Zafiro, sorry, complaining that he cannot hear me. But we need to get this show on the road here, and he just has to watch these guys ahead of him. No more swerving, no more swerving. Green light, green light, green light. And they're back racing here again. You can see Mikhail Charles pulling out there, and he's now on the inside of Michael Paisley. He's got Kurt Moss there. He's got a slow start too. And behind him is Donmar Scott, already pulling away here from the second in the field. Into turn one they go. No more restarts this time around, so they're going to have to suffice here. Christian Rajnath being relegated back to second position. Matthew Titus and Michelle Wallace, before they even enter turn one, they have an issue there. But Dominic Charles now, Kurt Moss finally getting back his foot under him. He's been able to pull away now from third and fourth position. And Mikhail Charles has been able to get up into that third position. Michael Paisley all the way back into fifth now. Oh, Donmar Scott there in a late braking maneuver against Mikhail Charles. Mikhail touches the wall, and Donmar does get by. Michael Paisley as well. And Kel now is going to have a sniff at that fifth position here against Mikhail Charles. Kill looking very racy here in that sixth position. Martin Webster coming together with Javon Eady. And while Javon is still in the wall, Martin's got to be careful he doesn't get in contact with the rest of the guys around the track here. Looking back ahead though, Dominic Charles has been able to open up that gap against Kurt Moss. It's now sitting at 1 second around there. Then we got, Donmar just overshoots his breaking point there now. And he's looking at him dropping down the order. Michael Paisley gets back up into third now. You're going to have to watch Donmar. He does get back going, but he's all the way back into 13th position. Michael Paisley doesn't seem as though he has that threat. Someone touches the wall. I think it's Christian Rajnath back there. And he does have Javon Parry now having a look on the inside. Javon, very, very racy here. But look at Sean Lee on the inside. He's mounting that attack. Sean Lee, can he get it done here? Looking at Javon Parry. And then looking back now at Sean Lee. As Kurt Moss, ladies and gentlemen, is well under that 1 second. Look at Sean Lee. He's almost nipping at the tail here. Almost comes in. He does come in contact and pushes. Kurt Moss with the fastest lap of the race. 121.1 there. Being set by the Jamaican. I don't think Dominic can run away here. But who is Javon Parry. And he's headed now. as Matthew Titus have even more problems there at the back end of the field. Just as I was speaking, though, Kurt Moss has been able to close this gap even more, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Webster teleports back into pit lane. We ride now with the Jamaican. Oh, you can see that turn there just spitting you out. Javon Parry has been passed by Sean Lee. So Sean finally getting the job done, and now Sean will look ahead at Christian Rajnath for that 6th position. We expected this one to be very tight, and very tight it is. As Sean Lee putting on the pressure now against his countryman. We've got another change of position. It's Zafiro versus John Green versus Zafiro. On the inside is John Green, and on this side of Tavares Clark as well. We've got a double pass here for John Green. No, it is not actually. John has still got that work to do against Tavares Clark. And now Zafiro's got a good run now. Dunmar trying to get back up into those positions that he's lost. On the inside into break-in zone is Zafiro Ramirez. Can he get it stopped? He locks it. And he goes into the wall almost, but he has Tavares there to cover him off. John Green pushes the elbow out and gets Dunmar out of that way. He's now fighting back against Zafiro for that very last points position here. But he's got something else to worry about in Dunmar Scott behind him. But look at Jaden Harrison, sorry, has got a front row seat to this fight, and he wants in. Looking back ahead, John Green now, ladies and gentlemen, has got a change of position here against Kelvin Roper and Mikel Charles. You cannot stop looking at every fight here. Crazy stuff here from Mikel. Has been relegated now to 5th position. Up on the inside is Mikel. Does he get a run? No, he cannot. Zafiro Ramirez and John Green coming together. And Zafiro trying to correct himself. He just does in front of Michelle Wallace. John and Zafiro get going again. Meanwhile, Kelvin Roper has put in a fastest lap for him in this race now. Oh man, I cannot look away though. But who has been able to get some breathing room here is Dominic Charles, as Kurt Moss has lost pace towards him. And you can see in the background there, Michael Paisley has now got Kelvin and Roper for company, as Mikel Charles has been relegated to 5th. Sean Lee does get by Christian Rajnath here. Oh, Christian goes back on the power way too soon. He's going to lose 2 more positions. No, 3, 4 positions almost. 3 positions gone there for Christian Rajnath. He now sees 10th position. Tavares runs it wide. Donmar Scott, and now Christian does get back in. Tavares been tagged, and now he sees the wall at 11th position. Christian gets all the shape with that one as well. And now Michelle Wallace into the wall here. This tight track proven very difficult for these guys. John Green and Zafiro at it again. Zafiro gets by now, goes back into 13th position. Meanwhile, Kelvin Roper sets another fast lap for himself. 122.5. John Green gets into the rear end there of Zafiro, and Zafiro is trying very hard to keep. Tavares Clark goes into pit lane to keep John Green behind him. I wonder if now Tavares has damage to his car. And the name of the team there for John Green is Slow Motion Ninjas. Oh, John Green's going to have to be careful of where he puts that front right tire. This is the closest race we've got right now. And Zafiro colors off his inside line. John Green trying very, very desperately to run a faster line here against the Cuban. We ride now with John. Oh, Zafiro goes into the wall. And now he's been losing some time here. On the inside is John Green. Up it into the third position. I think he did touch the wall there, as did Zafiro. But now Zafiro has been back now into 13th position. What a run there by them though. In this fight, it's crazy out here. Looking back ahead, where is Cale Vaden Ropa? He's so far away from Michael Paisley actually. Michael in third position at the moment. You can see Cale, the second car down the back straightaway there. And John Green does get by Machine Wallace. As Machine begins to lose pace now. Donmar Scott goes ahead of Javon Parry. I think Parry touched the wall there. Or he's just not getting enough tire temps into that front set of tires here. You can see him swerving a bit, Javon Parry. Or does he have damage? Our biggest gainers here for today so far is Donmar Scott. And he's still fighting here, Donmar. Donmar Scott has actually gained. Is it gain? I think he lost some time here. Oh, he's going to outbrake himself into turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Lee, though, closing that gap there to Mikel Charles. Sean Lee, the Guyanese here versus the Trinidadian, has got 8-10 separating him. Right now with Charles, you can see Sean Lee here. Is losing pace a bit to the Guyanese. And Matthew Titus gets by Zafiro Ramirez as he is now in the pit lane. Out of this one is Martin Webster so far. Oh, you can see where Sean Leaney just comes into the rear there, makes contact with Mikel Charles. I think Sean is also out. He does get going again. He's actually waiting on Mikel, so that's good sportsmanship there. Mikel does get going again. After being tagged there by Sean Lee. And they're now settling down. As you can see them opening the gap. Christian Rajnath has got his countryman in John Green to worry about now, as John is steering down the barrel of 10th position. Jaden Harrison, I think he had to avoid Javon Parry there. Look at, oh my lord. He does get by Christian Rajnath, John Green, and now he's looking at Jaden Harrison for that 8th position. But look, Christian Rajnath is now on the inside. John Green seemingly pushing these guys on. It's a big traffic jam here now going down the back straightaway. He's having a look on the inside now, John Green. Trying to get a good exit here. Jaden Harrison, though, runs it really, really deep. But he's going into pit lane, that's why. So we look back now. John Green goes up into 8th position. Christian Rajnath in 9th. Oh, we got 2 positions being lost here. Michael Charles with an issue. Runs it down front straightaway into turn 1. And he's going to lose some more positions here. He's now lost 2. Sorry, 1 actually. Vane and Roper gets by and gets back in. Oh, look at Kurt Moss makes him his Dominic Charles in the wall. Kurt Moss gets by and now he's in first position. And wow, just when we thought he said that he was going to keep it safe, he doesn't. Now he's got to take it into the pit lane here, Dominic Charles. And Michael Paisley comes around the lap. He's going to pit as well. Vane and Roper does not pit though, and he's going to head up into second position now with these rounds of pit stops ahead of him. Sean Lee makes it around the penultimate turn now in 5th position, and he does not pit yet as well. Looking back, Dunmar Scott now in 6th, and John Green in 7th. Will come across Michael Paisley and Dominic Charles. Dominic does get going again. Look at the top of your screen. You will see how long this pit stop is for Dominic Charles. That is definitely in seconds. If you were guessing, you have guessed correctly. So it's about 56.5 seconds here, a pit stop. Michael Paisley gets out here at just over 56 with 57.2 seconds. And now your leader is none other than Kurt Moss. And Dominic Charles does get back ahead of Michelle Wallace, coming out in 8th position here after the round of pit stop. Michael Paisley is going to want to dispatch Michelle Wallace as well as quickly as possible so as not to lose any pace here to the persons behind him. Cale Vaden Roper still has to pit. So it's Donmar Scott now in pit lane. Kurt Moss has got 23 seconds. That is not enough to cover a pit stop here. Actually, looking back, he can pit and get out in front of Dominic Charles. If you do a bit of math there, these times are relative. And you need about 50 seconds here to about a minute, we should say. And it's just about a minute there between Dominic Charles and himself. Or at least that 50 seconds there to him. But Kurt running the flags here of Massive Motorsports. That's his brand. The pit window is open. And is going to be contemplating taking that car into pit lane. Looking back, Cale Vaden with Dominic Charles gets ahead of his countryman Mikhail Charles here now. Mikhail still is to pit, by the way. John Green with a fast one there, 121.896 right now. But the fastest lap is 127.26 by Dominic Charles. And he's got Christian Rajnath now ahead of him. Ahead of John Green is Sean Lee. And thereabouts is 8 seconds that separates him actually. And you can see now Dominic Charles is putting that car on the inside of Christian Rajnath. Christian going as far out there to the wall. Though they're racing, he's trying to give him that competition room that is needed, but he's back now on the inside. Christian Rajnot, he's not letting this position go too easily, but he has been relegated now to that 6th position as the fast Dominic Charles gets by. Looking back, Mikkel is going to want to do the same here to Christian Rajnot as Matthew Titus pits. Christian now dives into pit lane. Let's see what his timing will be. Michelle Wallace as well goes into the pit lane behind him. And Michael Paisley, who did take his pit stop, gets back up into 7th position now. "26 seconds separates Cale Vaden Roper from as Donmar Scott gets by Michelle Wallace and Christian Rajnot. 26 seconds separates Kurt Moss and Cale Vaden Roper. And Sean Lee's got about 10 seconds to Cale Vaden Roper. Oh, we've got some issues here. Dominic Charles, I think he just ran into the back of a back marker in Javon Edier. Javon might have had an issue there. And now Mikkel goes into pit lane. But Dominic Charles, he wants to get by here. He wants to get back up ahead of these back markers because he doesn't want Kurt Moss to get a free pit stop. Michael Paisley gets up into 6th position now as Mikkel Charles pits. Massive motorsport there. The fastest lap coming in from Kurt Moss. It's a 1:26.45, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt definitely maybe putting on a fast one here as Cale Vaden Roper now sees the wall here. Javon Perry. And Sean Lee Cale cannot get it straight. Sean Lee goes up into 2nd position. Sean Green is going to get up into that 3rd, and now Cale can get it going as the sun is setting here at Long Beach Street Circuit here in California. Cale finally takes that car into pit lane. But look, it's a huge traffic jam here for Sean Lee. In back markers, he's going to want to get by Javon Parry now. Where's Kurt Moss? We see him putting in the fastest time. Is that any indication of him wanting to pit here? Can that be his in-lap? Cale Vaden Roper, as we said, is in pit lane. Dominic Charles gets by up into 5th now. Kurt Moss does take that car into pit lane, and we're going to stick with Kurt now. In pit lane to see how fast he can put down one. Just remember that Dominic did a 56.5, I believe it was, or 55.5, one out of the two. So we're gonna watch Kurt Moss here, see if he can do this even better here with his pit stop to remain ahead of Dominic Charles. Meanwhile, it's seen here on the clock that Dominic Charles is still, where is he? He's now on the back straightaway, ladies and gentlemen. So Kurt Moss does get going again. So it's unfortunate Dominic is losing this race here now. Here are your 2nd and 3rd place here. That goes ahead of, he can get by there, Kurt Moss, and he does retain the top 2nd's podium spot here actually. And now John Green is all over the back of his car. John is still to pit though. And Dominic here now comes down the front straightaway. He's not in a good position here, Dominic Charles. Maybe to get back third position, but that's it. Sean Lee still needs to pit, however, so it might be second, sorry, for Dominic Charles. Sean holding on to first position now. Christian in that 10th position is having some trouble here behind Sean Lee, and Machine Wallace is in 11th position, so that's a fight for position there behind him. And then you've got Kurt Moss followed by John Green here. Zafiro now still in 13th position. He's fighting Tavar Clark here. The Cuban was doing pretty well at the beginning of this race, but now he's seemingly losing pace here. So Kurt Moss need not worry about John Green behind him here. But John does not want to lose focus, especially against Sean Lee. Sean Lee and John Green here are the ones fighting for third position. And the last thing John wants is for Sean Lee to pit ahead of him and get out ahead of him. Ooh, Machine Wallace there with an issue. Does Kurt Moss get by? Yes, he does. Machine Wallace pulls to the side. Does he let John Green by as well? Yes, he does. Well done there by Machine Wallace. The leaders do get by here. And now to go is Christian Rajnaut. He's not that close yet though, Kurt Moss, to Christian. This Long Beach street circuit has definitely thrown us a doozy here as we're 50% over the racing time. Oh! There's someone, it's Mikel Charles, sorry. Runs it straight on again there. And lost a few positions. But Kurt Moss has got Christian Rajnaut there ahead of him. Christian, he's not that close yet, Kurt Moss, to get by. And Mikel Charles will lose another position here as Machine Wallace gets by up into 10th now, as well as Christian Rajnaut. Kurt Moss on the inside. Christian does let him by. John Green is going to want to have the same courtesy handed out to him, but he's not that close to Christian Rajnaut. Christian actually will let him by before the turn, as Christian still is in a fight here against Machine Wallace. And now Mikel Charles. Sean Lee enters pit lane. And we think Sean will get out behind of Dominic Charles, but will he get up ahead of Michael Paisley? That's the question now. Now you can see Michael coming down here, the back straightaway into Firestone turn. Sean Lee does not get going yet. Dominic Charles sees that third position now, but he's so far away from second and third and first. But of course, I think John Green still is to pit. Let's check in with our time. Yep, John Green still to pit here, and he's got a minute to do so, or else he'll be disqualified, ladies and gentlemen. So he should be pitting at the end of this lap. He's got 50 seconds to do so. One would hope that he makes it into pit lane by then. Christian Rajnaut goes into the pit again. Maybe he has damage or he's running a different 30 seconds now on the clock. John Green does go into pit lane here. Zafiro with an issue teleports into the pit lane. Where is Dominic Charles? He's making his way around the penultimate turn now.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm out.
And there you have it, Zafiro not able to finish off here. Dominic Charles comes across the line, and now he's ahead of John Green. Michael Paisley is gonna want to get by John Green here, who is not moving just yet. Michael Paisley, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down the front straightaway. Where is John Green? He now gets going. Michael Paisley, this is going to be a tight one here. At the exit of pit lane, he's going to get into third position. Back once again, Michael Paisley. John Green is now going to see fifth position as Sean Lee gets up into fourth. I was thinking that John might have been able to overshoot here, but it has not worked for him. Now we're back into the second stint of this race, well and under. John Green has got his work cut out for him if he wants to get out of this fifth spot. Meanwhile, Sean Lee is some 4.5 seconds away from Michael Paisley, and Michael some 22 or 23 seconds away from Dominic Charles. Dominic, on the other hand, has got about 18 seconds actually to Kurt Moss. Moss is winning this race, ladies and gentlemen, with an outstanding drive, I might say. Looking back, Michael Charles has got Michelle Wallace in his sights. And he's closing that gap. He's now around 5/10, half a second here to Michelle Wallace is Michael Charles. And late on the break there into Firestone turn. Sees him even closer now, Michael Charles. Keep an eye on John Green. He's got just about a second and 0.7 to Sean Lee as Dominic Charles registers a 120. Oh, it's Michelle Wallace who misses his breaking point this time around. And Michael Charles is allowed to go by. Into ninth he goes. Looking back ahead, can John Green close this gap now to Sean Lee?
This was looking extra fancy.
You see him where he's gaining. He's under a second now into the back straightaway here against Sean Lee is John Green. And you can see where Sean is losing that time. It's through the sections here where the line is very much different from John Green. Look at how close he is now against that guy. And as the conditions here get a bit darker. It's becoming a bit difficult here now for them to race. But the deficit has been closed. John Green sees Sean Lee now for that 4th position. Can Sean hold him off here at Long Beach? We ride with Sean Lee now. You can hear him going through the gears there, down into 2nd, now into 3rd. This car revving almost to 9,000 RPM. John's got it set up. Does he got enough here to pass him down Seaside Way? He's going to have a look on the inside, John, is he? Yes, he is. But he backs off just into Firestone turn. They go. Sean Lee runs it wide. God gets up alongside him. He's now going to get it into the penultimate turn in the left. And now the Lakazame. No, Sean Lee runs it into the wall. Pressure. Bus pipe, like they say here in the Caribbean. And Sean Lee has definitely succumbed to the pressure there. Being set onto by John Green. John now up into 4th. And Sean is finding it very difficult here to drive on a pitch black circuit, ladies and gentlemen. What a doozy here. But Sean Lee has definitely lost out big time. Shane Wallace cannot close that gap back too. Oh, look at Michael Paisley's been passed now. John Green up into 3rd now. Michael, another one that might be struggling here in the dark. And now he's got Sean Lee behind him. Meanwhile, Dominic Charles still sits about 16 seconds away from Kurt Moss. John Green has got about 32 seconds from Dominic Charles. And now Michael Paisley's got Sean Lee breathing down his neck here for that 4th position. Sean Lee with a beautiful drive once more to bring this car. Oh, on the brake, and they go into the Aquarium Way. South Chestnut Place now sees them. Close now, Sean Lee. And the experience is going to have to come in here. Christian Rajnaut under a 2nd to Javon Eady. Sean Lee so much better here into Firestone turn on the braking. But as you can imagine, it's difficult for them to see the lines here on the track now. They're going to go off memory, and only the best of the best can do so. Sean Lee having to come to almost a complete stop there to avoid running into the back of Michael Paisley. Down the front straightaway they go. Kelvin and Roper setting another fast lap for himself there. The fastest lap for himself there in this race. But as we can see now, Sean Lee is... Ooh, he's going to have to avoid coming into the end there again from Michael Paisley. I was just about to say Michael Christian does get by Javon Eady here into Aquarium Way from turn 1. And he's going to hold on to it. Is he? Javon almost coming into the rear end there of Christian Regnott to take him out. But narrowly avoiding it there is Javon Eady. Michael back up now with Michael Paisley. He's got Tavar Clark here. And Sean Lee having to avoid again Michael Paisley. Tavar pulls aside. Does let them go by here. But this is the scene from Sean Lee. Michael Paisley covering off that inside line. Sean Lee having to avoid coming in contact. They both run it late. And Sean Lee comes out with his shortest stick. And he's also touched there by Matthew Titus for good measure. Meanwhile, Javon Eady still fighting with Christian Regnott, is he? I think I just saw that. But Michael Paisley also come in contact with that wall. Now Tavar goes back ahead. Does Michael have damage? I can see him swerving here. He's trying to get back, heat back into those tires. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the race. Kurt Moss does cross the finish line here. Dominic Charles, oh man, what just happened? I just totally lost it. And then John Green, so far away, is finally gonna, yeah, just park it at the end there, the front straightaway. John Green coming around the penultimate turn now, but we still got guys racing out here, especially Michelle Wallace. Nope. Sean Lee is still racing here, and he's just missed out there on that fourth spot there as Michael Paisley now comes across the line. Followed by Sean Lee, of course. And then Donmar Scott, who's not that far behind. Followed by Cale Vaden Roper as well to complete our finishers here for today. All right, well done, guys. Well done. And now let's get the interviews on the way here with the top finishers. All right, the rest of you just make your way back into the pit lane. Just the top three should be out here. Thank you very much. All right, first and foremost, what an epic ending here to this race. We've seen guys with pace all around and enormously, some even dropping off there at the end, but we'll start with John Green first and foremost. Not even been able to qualify here, but getting up into third position. Definitely a driver of the day award here. John, talk us through that one.
Oh wow, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Alright, yeah, sorry. Through the whole race my mic wasn't connected, so yeah, nothing was right. I was trying to log on, but had a mismatch. So my screen is like half the screen on my monitor. It was very difficult. I had a battle with Zafiro, so I didn't know anybody's name because the screen resolution was incorrect. So I had to adjust back everything. So it was difficult. It was difficult. I think I made contact with him because I was trying to fix something, and then I knocked him. I was like, oh shit! It's like I need to let this guy go. But yeah, fighting through this race was difficult. Serious damage all over the car. I think most people had damage, if you know, throughout this race, I guess. But it was a lot of fun racing from the back. Yeah, great fun.
Most definitely. We saw you carving a path there on your way up. And then, unfortunately, Dominic Charles, what happened to you? We actually weren't following. I think you did come in contact with the wall there, Dominic?
Yeah, going into the last sector, I lost it on the long right-hander at the end of the straight. But it wasn't too bad. And then later on in the race, I had some run-ins with some back markers who were battling. And that's what killed me because I was slowly gaining the time on Crete. I would have caught up to him if it didn't happen again with them. But, I mean, you can't win all of them, so I'll just do better for the next one.
Most definitely. And we're going to have to take a look at the points, and especially here, if there are any protests coming up here in this after the race here. But I think you're still good there to win the championship, though. with Kurt himself missing out on an event. All right, there. Thanks a lot, there, Dominic Charles. As we move on to Kurt now, Kurt, man, you're an example of it don't matter. Just stick with it, and it soon will come. And Kurt, you've done it here today at one of the most difficult tracks we could have possibly put in this championship. How do you feel about that?
Man, as the saying goes, you got to be in it to win it. Like going into the race, I know I'm always a little bit behind Dominic, so the only thing I could hope for is some kind of mistake from him. I had pretty much good pace. I had the fastest lap, I think, of the race too, so it's not like I was, really slow. But Dominic is way more consistent than I am. So I'm just happy for this. I think this is my second win with CSRO, so it's been a long time coming again, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. We are working on those stats, so you guys don't have to keep checking your memory box. But yeah, we are working behind the scenes on those stats as best we can. Man, I must say congratulations to you all once more. This is yet another beautiful race to watch at. These cars are proven to be very close running, and trust me, I think we might even stick with them for what is called a Porsche Cup. So, so a lot more fun here coming your way. Thanks a lot. Now I will go and close off the stream here once more. Congratulations to all the winners, and especially there for the top 5 to close off. See you guys soon. Right, so let me close off the stream now and talk to you guys. Right, so man, that was a nice one, huh? I can see you guys. I can see you guys there in Chatland. I can see some new names as well. Hey, if it's the first time you're out here, make sure to like all of our videos, not just this one. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. The last persons here to subscribe were Isaiah, Kyle Toon, Escoffiel, Sandfire, actually number 18. I think he's a sim racer as well, huh? And I can see some new guys there in chat. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But man, this one has been a great one here. Be sure to stick to our social media platforms there in on Facebook and Instagram, where we will post the official results here. We still have to go behind the scenes now as the race director and his race stewards and review any incidents, especially with this track, as we specifically requested guys follow certain protocols here around the lap. So yeah, let's hope that it remains the same. You never know, or we have to get some some penalties going. My name is Stefan. It's been a pleasure here serving you guys today as commentator. The end of the race there was pretty dark. Yes, indeed. I could see some of you talking about that. It was a doozy indeed. But look, if you ain't ready for it, I mean, are you even ready at all? Some of the guys had to go off memory there in finding their line through this circuit, and they did, and they managed to hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you here for joining us once more. Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, and share. Stick with our social media outlets, and don't forget to check our website. The mobile version is about to be completed. It's www.caribbeansimracing.org. That is www.caribbeansimracing.org. All right, see you guys in the next one. I'm out.